Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion's Challenge Runs in the Binding of Isaac. We're starting at the title screen here because we have a run that does not actually require the cheat engine. So this is a creative run suggested by YouTube user Mr. Rolander as a top comment on the 1% video, I believe. And this is just called The Rage. So the simple thing that we do for this episode is we simply take Isaac and we have to reroll every single item we possibly can until there's no possible way to get reroll charges available on a room. So what I mean by that, let's say we go into an item room and it's Polyphemus, or Mom's Knife, an item that I really enjoy, Brimstone, something along those lines. I cannot pick it up, I have to re-roll it, unless we're in the circumstance, by the way, I am probably going to blow up this rock here to get to this chest. The only circumstance in which I can pick up an item is when we've already used, like, we've already been to all the rooms on the floor, and we don't have a re-roll left. If I have a re-roll left, it's impossible for me to pick up the item. So this is going to be a very interesting run. I'm expecting, you know, the Rage is going to be an accurate name. We're going to end up re-rolling a lot of items we like. Nothing else is off limits, because, I mean, we're not gaining anything from this challenge run. I mean, it's basically, it's the purest form of challenge runs we've had in a long time, because it's a run, oh man, I really want that counterfeit penny. I wish I'd saved a bomb now. But it's a run where, you know, we're basically doing it vanilla style, with the one mere exception that we have a slight difference, slight handicap, really, that's going to make things a little bit harder on us. So shops are available. You know, everything's available. We just have to use our rerolls if we want to pick up an item, essentially. I hope that got conveyed again. Let's cliff notes it one more time just so everyone's clear. I cannot pick up an item unless it's literally impossible for me to reroll it. Like, I'm not going to be able to build up a reroll charge. What's interesting about this is that it de-incentivizes, or decentivizes, I guess is the proper conjugation there. Anyway, it makes worse a lot of the items that I normally typically enjoy. For example, do I really want to pick up something like a battery or a nun's habit in this situation? Probably not, because it means I might end up re-rolling more items than I want to. And we also, again, it would be against the spirit of the run to change our... What was I going to say? To change our item, so I'm not going to do that. Our spacebar item, I should say. So obviously this has to be re-rolled. It's kind of a weird floor because we have 2 item rooms. It's in my best interest to go back and get that counterfeit penny now so we can get that key, or get keys whenever we find money, is my thinking. And maybe we'll get some more money in this chest as well, so I'll probably try to get counterfeit penny before I open the chest. Or sorry, flat penny. Same difference, basically. Well, we got a bomb and a key out of it. So... Again, if you don't understand it yet, you will very soon. I think it's fairly easy to understand, but just in case, you know, you're a little bit confused right now, don't worry. It will all become clear very soon. Especially on later floors, this is going to have much larger of an impact, I think, than it will right now. But let's just see if we can find a secret room. Secret room very valuable to us, of course, because every penny has the potential to give us a key by way of the flat penny here. 2 more rooms, and we are going to have to re-roll whatever was in that original item room. I think now it's Little Chad. So, I don't mind re-rolling... the poison bombs, I don't mind re-rolling 2 of spades. That's double keys. I don't mind re-rolling Little Chad, but if we get another good item in there right now, that would be a pain in the ass. Like, if this re-roll turns out with something positive, I think we're gonna have to skip it, unfortunately. Flat penny, come on, hook me up with some keys here. There's 2 item rooms on this floor. Well, I guess we're going to the other item room anyway. I don't know where the secret room is gonna be, which is worrying right now. So far, no market differences between this run and a normal run, but it only takes 1. Again, Dead Sea Scrolls doesn't really bother me. If I don't get a chance to reroll that one, I just won't take it, because obviously I don't want to get rid of the D6 and turn this just into a vanilla Isaac run. But 2 of Spades is a card that I want to be more useful, but in order for that to happen, I need, like, some help. I need some luck, and I need some money, basically. The 2 ingredients that everybody in a capitalist society needs. I'm taking some stupid damage here, but that's okay. What would an Isaac run be without stupid damage, am I right? Well, we got more money. Still not paying out with any keys, which blows my mind. Maybe we'll get some keys, or some money from this poop that will give us some keys. I want to get rid of this 2 of Spades card, although the Wheel of Fortune card, I guess I'm not really missing out on a lot by not doing anything with that. Maybe we won't get another reroll here, in which case I'll just have to take whatever's in the item room. It's hard to say. I'm gonna certainly pick up this other key for the cost of this bomb over here. I know there were tinted rocks, or at least 1 tinted rock, but we can't really do much about that. So I think here's how we're going to do this. We're going to fight the first boss. I don't know what this pill does. Let's take it. Where did I go? Oh, too far away. Okay. I'm going to fight the first boss. I'm not going to use my rerolls on the boss. And then I'm going to go back, reroll Dead Sea Scrolls, and then I'll take whatever item is in that last item room there. Hopefully that makes sense. And then I'll just go with whatever the final boss gives us. I'm trying to do this in the most spirit of the challenge run. So we're going to re-roll the item that we've re-rolled the most. We're going to take whatever the second item room gives us at face value, and we'll take whatever the bosses give us at face value as well. This is not me trying to maximize my success. This is actually me trying to, you know, I don't know. We're in a situation where it's weird because XL floors probably did not factor into Mr. Rolander's decision for this challenge run, and thus I'm kind of unsure about what I should do in these conditions when we have 4 items that potentially need re-rolling. But you know, I'm gonna do my best to be honest, shall we say. So this guy's gonna die. So far, the rage hasn't really factored into it, but it has been a pretty long start to an episode for sure. Please give me some health. No. Okay, so we take the panties. Now again, we're gonna go down here and we're just gonna take whatever's in this item room. Which I expect is going to be something half decent, hopefully. Rosary, okay, so that's some extra spirit hearts for us, which is certainly nothing to sneeze at. Then we're going to walk all the way back over here. This is also going to cause the Bible to appear in a bunch of shops, which is unfortunate. And we're going to use our reroll on Dead Sea Scrolls. I suppose I could have done this in another order. Like, if I was being 100% technically accurate, I would have gone back for the Sea Scrolls, rerolled those first. We're going to get... Wow, that actually worked out really well for us. Magic Mushroom. And so far, so good. But we're obviously going to have to take whatever the boss gives us. We're going to have to take whatever the Satan gives us. I mean, there's no condition in the run where we absolutely have to take an item. The only condition is we can only take an item if we're not able to re-roll it for the rest of the floor. Which, obviously, we're not going to be able to do for the rest of this floor because it's mathematically impossible to get 3 charges from one room when you don't have, like, the battery and 9 volts and, you know, Nun's Habit and stuff like that. Anyway, hopefully you guys understand what I'm getting at here. And hopefully we don't run across an XL floor on the next floor, because this will make it possible for me to kind of, you know, adhere to the spirit of the run as we move forward. Oh, that was close. Well, he killed himself, which is fantastic. Jesus Juice is like extra damage for us. And in here we have Guppy's head and Guppy's tail. Neither of which I will take, and we will just head down to the next floor. So I would say good first floor so far. Haven't really felt the effects of the challenge run, and we are on Caves XL. The problem with this is the same thing. We're gonna have to choose which ones we reroll. I think it's only fair that I reroll the best item whenever I have the opportunity. So if there's 2 item rooms, you know, one of them has Polyphemus, one of them has Lemon Mishap, I have to reroll Polyphemus. Put myself in the worst possible position here. So we're going to see what we've got in here. Obviously, we have to re-roll that, and it's going to be the bomb bag. That's an item that normally I would probably pick up at this point. If only because we have, you know, several other... Oh, come on. I think I just got out of the way in time there. I'm already losing, like, all the spirit arts I got from the relic, or the rosary, I should say. We're just going to play it cool over here. How does Fonzie play it? He's cool. Please explode. Please explode. Please explode. We should have decent damage at this point. That's pretty good. After we finish this room, we're going to have to go back and re-roll it again. And I think that's the way that the knife gets twisted on this run, is that you constantly have to backtrack and re-roll, and the reason that's a pain in the ass is because you can constantly see, like, the goodness of your run leaving you. So let's go back here, and left and down, and we will see what we've got here. It looks like Isaac just ate out the Kool-Aid Man's wife while she was on her period. We got Doctor's Remote there. Might as well go to this room while we're here. I didn't realize that this was going to be kind of a thoroughfare for us to make further progress. That's okay, though. Managed to dodge that, just barely, but it worked. And so far, so good. We haven't really had to reroll any good items so far, any great items at least. There we go, finally that's working out for us. But I know that that's going to hurt. When we reroll a triple shot or a piercing shot or something, I'm going to be a sad panda. Excuse me. Thank you. And that was awful dodging. I don't know why I froze until like the last second there. Let's try it again. Okay, so we got bombs that we don't really need. Next room is going to be a reroll. Backtrack for sure. And the backtracking is such a pain in the ass. I guess like this run is going to start being weird once we get down to the womb. Because there's not going to be any chests to basically reroll or any items to basically reroll once you get to that point. Oh well, we'll see how it works. Here we have... Mom's Bra. Again, the game is kind of working for me right now, I would say. Very much been on my side. It's like, hey, Northernlion, I noticed you've been getting some shit items. I don't want to troll engine you here and give you great items now that you can't pick them up. Also, these guys are all standing still. You know what I would love? I will say, losing the bomb bag kind of hurts, because I would definitely have picked up at least 1 or 2 more bombs at this point. And you know, that gives me an extra spirit art here, maybe small rock, extra damage. Lots of possible benefits. So we're just going to kind of free ourselves. safe position here. I like these runs that don't require the cheat engine, because sometimes that can be a finicky program. The reason cheat engine can be kind of frustrating is when you spend like 10 minutes setting up a run, and then your run fails in 5 minutes. You're like, well, oh, fuck. That's a, it's a huge waste of time, isn't it? I would love to get all of that money because it would provide us with the opportunity to possibly get a ton of keys. Sadly, we don't really have that option, do we? So I guess we are going to re-roll Mom's Bra, a sentence that I've actually said outside of challenge runs many times. Hell, it's said outside of the Binding of Isaac many times. Well, that's not true. We are going to blow up this Tinted Rock and see if we can't continue our Spirit Heart help here. Of course, the extra Spirit Heart is very worthwhile for me at this point. I would like to find the boss room and the, what was the other item room at some point. We got Poison Touch there. Again, that's an item I enjoy. I got no problems with Poison Touch. But, oh, that's not a way down. But I would like to at least make some headway on this floor and figure out where the heck I'm going. So finally we reach a dead end. That's good, so I know that this area is now basically off limits. Well, not off limits, but there's nothing meaningful for me over here. Oh, I didn't kill that how is that possible? I can't believe that I didn't kill that silkworm. I hit him like 3 times. I'm doing good damage. Or at least it feels like I'm doing good damage because my shots are large. But I guess that is a little bit misleading. More money and more keys. Fantastic. At some point, this Two of Spades card is going to be valuable for us. I'm hoping this is going to be, I thought that was going to be like an intersection that I could use to get to another item room. Again, these XL floors, I'm sorry, Mr. Rolander. But these XL floors are kind of shitting on your challenge run idea here. At the very least, like the worst case scenario, it's going to end up being just a run that resembles a, oh come on, resembles a classic Binding of Isaac run, which is okay, you know, it's good for variety as well. The challenge runs offer some variety, but sometimes it's nice to not have that kind of pressure as well. Just be playing the game, you know, the way it was originally intended to be played. I mean, we've done that 200 times before in the past as well, so I understand what you're saying. But, you know, I feel you. What do we have here? Bad trip. So that's going to cost us our last Spirit Heart. And how are we doing so far? It's interesting. I mean, the challenge run hasn't really factored into it all that much. But maybe it will in the very near future. Who knows? So I'm just coming all the way down here. I'm coming all the way down here, baby. Look to La Luna. I don't know, I was trying to go with my sexy voice there, which doesn't really exist. Dead Bird, again, all these passives are items I would have picked up. So there's probably 3 items I would have cashed in on there. Dead Bird, Bomb Bag, and Poison Touch. But certainly we haven't skipped over anything game-breaking yet. Although Poison Touch, quite honestly, is one of the more useful items in the game now that we figured out how effective it is against those endgame bosses. Like, it's seriously an item that has the potential to swing an Isaac or Blue Baby fight in your general favor. Hanged Man, that's great because there's this room back here with all this money. Next time we backtrack back there, I will definitely make sure to make good use of the Hanged Man card because we can pick up 4 cents. Maybe that 4 cents can be used to get 2 keys. Maybe those 2 keys can then be doubled into 8 keys by way of this Two of Spades. I'm an idiot. We did get Cancer though. I mean, I'm gonna stick with Cancer, I guess. I'm pretty pissed off. I was gonna use the bomb to get the chest. I guess I could just use my bombs now to do the counterfeit penny thing. But it's not that important, I guess. Maybe it is. I don't know. It's not counterfeit penny, by the way. It's flat penny. My brain's not in the right place right now. Been awake for 6 hours, still no coffee. What am I thinking? Here, let's do this the right way. This is gonna bring us back to D6 charge. This is going to give us the fork, which is a terrible item. Why is this floor taking so long? I guess it's because I have to constantly backtrack. Now we're going to use a bomb to get counterfeit penny. This might seem silly. This is not counterfeit penny, this is flat penny. That's one reason why it seems very silly. It was just force of habit that caused me to use the Hanged Man there to get to the chest, unfortunately. But now what we're going to do is we're going to come up here. We're going to use a bomb to access these 2 keys. If I had more bombs, I could access all 4. But hopefully this is going to give me at least 1 more key. Alright, it did give me 1 more key. We'll double it with 2 of Spades, and then we'll come back. Now that we have 6 keys, I feel less worried about it. And we're going to go back to, what the heck was I going to say? We're going to go back to Cancer. Then we're going to go re-roll the item room. This is the rage. It's like hidden rage. Originally, I was like, this run's going to make me rage because I'm going to pass over all these good items. Now I'm realizing, no. This run's going to make me rage. Because I'm going to backtrack constantly, and it's going to take me an hour and a half to get through the game. So be it. Shit happens. Harlequin Baby, another item that I would absolutely pick up, and it's unlikely, but may get the chance to pick up here. You know what I want? Speed upgrades. I want speed upgrades and flying so that our backtracking doesn't take so damn long in the future. Additionally, a non-XL floor would be beautiful, because this is quickly becoming a marathon. So we do have shop here. Beyond that, we have the item room. Item room contains Monstrous Tooth, which we can't pick up anyway. And this is not going to give us a D6 charge. We are firing much faster now as a result of the cancer. Just makes the tears free flow here. So we got another bomb. Oh, then here's the question. Do I just go pick up Harlequin Baby and then reroll Monstrous Tooth? The answer is unfortunately no. Because I have to go... let's try this again. I have to go reroll Monstrous Tooth. Or sorry, I have to go reroll... I'm having serious deja vu here. I have to go reroll the Harlequin Baby because it is the better item, unfortunately. But at the same time... Oh, that was my bad. The D6 is now available. I should have gone there first. Oh well. At least we're finally coming to the end of this marathon floor. Yeah, so I guess... I mean, I'm gonna reroll Monstrous Tooth. The problem with... I'm saying all this stuff like, in the spirit of the challenge run, in the spirit of the challenge run, but the spirit of the challenge run has been grossly perverted by the existence of these XL floors. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do something that gives me like plus 1% chance of survival. I'm gonna go up here, I'm gonna take Harlequin Baby, and I'm gonna reroll Monstrous Tooth. In order to be in the spirit of the challenge run, I'm gonna reroll Monstrous Tooth first, so that I'm out of D6 charges by the time I pick up... Okay, so what do we have here? Game Kid. Alright, I'm not gonna take that, because that would, again... pervert the challenge run. I don't know what to say. We're gonna come back here, we're gonna pick up Harlequin Baby, we're gonna go fight the bosses, we're not gonna reroll the boss items, and we're good to go. The rage is building, Mr. Rollander. You are a goddamn Bondian evil genius in figuring out that this would make me rage solely through backtracking here. Much appreciated. And of course, it becomes so difficult when you've got like 2 item rooms in a shop and 2 boss rooms on each floor. This challenge run makes a lot more sense when you don't run across Curse of the Labyrinth. I guess, you know, to be honest with you, I could set that in Cheat Engine. I just didn't anticipate it before this run started. You know, I'm feeling lucky. Nope. Okay. So we are going to go to the boss room. 17 minutes into the video. Finishing the Caves Part 1. I'm pretty sure the last episode was only 13 minutes long in total, so this is pretty crazy. Oh, we're fighting the Fallen. This could potentially be okay if we end up getting a sweet deal with the devil item. Or it could end up being a very difficult boss fight for very limited rewards. Which is obviously what I'm hoping does not happen. But we can't reroll it regardless, so we basically gotta go with the punches here. We're just waiting to see if this guy ever starts shooting. There we go. Then we'll shoot at his brethren. Or his brother, I guess, technically here, as there's only one of them. And with this guy slowly reaching his inevitable conclusion. There we go. We're gonna pick up money equals power, which I guess is gonna give us a little extra damage. I guess I won't go to shops. That makes that decision easy for me. And we will be doing more damage now, which does make me feel a little bit better about how things are going, to be honest with you. If only we could actually make a secret room work for us now, things would be great. But at the very least, at least we're gonna tear through rooms a little bit more quickly. And please, just on the next floor, no XL, please. That was a tough dodge, but I'm not surprised I messed that one up, but by and large, that went fairly well, I would say. So we killed those guys. We got coin purse. This could be interesting. Do we know what any of these do? How about this one? Balls of steel. Good. Tears up. Fantastic. Luck down. Who cares? And bad trip, which we will hold on to potentially become a full health pill later. Alright, this feels like an XL floor. I'm pretty... Yes, it is. Fantastic. I don't know why it's fucking set to constantly put out Curse of the Labyrinth. But you know what, Mr. Rollator? I'm gonna try to make this work for you, my friend. So far, things are going weirdly. I wouldn't... come on. I wouldn't necessarily say good or bad. On the bright side, at least we can still see, like, on our map. Well, I didn't mean on account of the $ goggles. Obviously, those are baller as hell. They're famous. But... here we go. A little bit more power, maybe? No, we're not up to 20 cents yet. But obviously what I meant was on the map, because the more of the map we can see, the more we can actually plan these rerolls, but, you know, we need to come across item rooms first for that to happen as well. I can't believe 3 Curse of the Labyrinth in a row. Just they do seem to come in, not pairs, but they seem to come, like, all at the same time. Usually when you start on a Curse of the Labyrinth, you've got a pretty good chance of getting one next. I've had a lot of runs that were surprisingly, like, all Curse of the Labyrinth, double floors. That should be an extra damage upgrade right there. On the bright side, the longer we go before finding our first item room, the less rerolls we have to do. Oh, that was awful damage on my part. So that is good. And we'll try to do a little bit more Cheat Engine heavy challenge run next time. so that we kind of ensure the conditions. Again, I could have probably made this one work simply by disabling Curse of the Labyrinth. Or setting it to never get curses, that might be fine too. Although, you know, maybe that's against the spirit of the run because I'm making things a little bit easier on myself. I want some curses are okay. Curse of the Labyrinth is sometimes great and sometimes terrible. Watch, now when I go down to the womb, I will not have Curse of the Labyrinth. Northernlion, that'll make things too easy. Now we have no bombs, which is kind of unfortunate, and at least makes the challenge run effective in one way, in that, you know, we did have to pass up that bomb bag earlier, and it's having, you know, tangible effects on the game. Oh, I'm taking some dumb damage. It's not really dumb damage, it's actually like these guys are assholes. If I could blow up one of these bomb flies, yes, that's what I wanted to do. Create a little open air, where I could then kill the zombie, and possibly the bomb fly as well. Beautiful, lots of red hearts here. We have not come across an item room, which is fantastic. I'm not going to go to the shop, because I don't want to start this reroll trend yet. I would love to open that golden chest, but I'm not going to have the opportunity. So just keep this up. And I'm enjoying the refreshing lack of backtracking. Feels good, man. Unfortunately, we are going to have to get rid of the cancer trinket pretty soon. On this floor, in fact. I mean, it's been good while it's lasted, but we're going to need something to compensate for that. More money. Again, taking us very close to that third power upgrade that we'll get by way of money equals power. I mean, that compensates for it a little bit. We can always upgrade our damage just by getting more money, which makes money equals power one of those rare items that actually continues to scale well into the womb. Like, it continues to give you a benefit into the womb. There's our third level of damage, I believe. Which a lot of items don't do. A lot of items, like a damage upgrade, is normally just like, hey, you got it, well, good. You know, if you got it on the Caves Part 1, it's going to last you Caves Part 1 until you die. In that same capacity, whereas money equals power gets better as it goes along, unless you spend your money, which you probably do not want to do, considering every 10 cents is basically a damage upgrade. This is what's going to give us a chance against bosses as we move forwards. And I'm going to try to turn this rage. There's got to be some kind of rhyming possibility here, right? Turn that rage into prestige. No, it doesn't really work. Turn that rage into sage advice. Well, that doesn't really work either. Turn that rage into... I can't even think of any more words. I tried. It just didn't work out for me. So we got lots of beggars here. I don't just give my money up like that. Why don't you get a job? You know, you can sweep up after me after I clean all these rooms. I'll give you a cent every 10 rooms. I probably won't, actually, because I need that for money equals power. Now, we're very low on health. That's going to represent a substantial problem for us, of course. I'm not even sure if the reroll is going to have a chance to be used on this floor, to be honest with you. Like, I think we might just go to every single room before we actually get a chance to, like, use multiple rerolls. So we're basically going to be stuck with whatever we've got. First item we find, we'll reroll it. We'll reroll more if possible. I could get some items from Judgment, but again, why bother? Because I'm just going to have to reroll them and probably lose them anyway. Plus, I don't want to lose my money for money equals power. If I had, like, 34 cents, I might consider giving Judgment 4 cents for the potential benefit of him giving me some more items, but what's the point right now? 1 cent is very unlikely to work. Anyway, just gonna keep this up. There we go. They all jumped at the same time, which is great. The one thing I could do is maybe play the Demon Judgment, but again, not really that interested, considering I might need this health later, who knows. I do have a deal with the devil. I'm very tempted to take that, don't get me wrong. We still have not found an item room, which blows my mind. It's not like I've been actively trying to avoid them. I'm glad that we've avoided them, but we've just kind of gotten lucky so far with respect to that. So I guess everything is going to be over here on this left side. So prepare for an onslaught pretty soon. So we're just going to reroll the first item room we come across, and then if we get another opportunity to reroll, we'll take it, but otherwise we can't really have control over that, can we? I think this might be, and I mean no offense to Mr. Rolander, of course, when I say this. I think that there goes our Eternal Heart. This might be one of those runs that, in theory, sounds good, but in practice just doesn't fit right. Same thing happened to me earlier. I tried to do a run that was like, okay, here's our item room, by the way, so we're going to reroll this. We can't take it yet, because that would be against the spirit of the challenge run. And we might not be able to. We might have to reroll, so there's some rage. I'm going to miss out on Skeleton Key, probably. But I was doing this run. People love the mushroom runs. That sounds like people love diarrhea. But anyway, people love the mushroom runs. So I did this run where I did mini mush, and then eventually my guy just became invisible, and then eventually the shots just became, like, they didn't move. The shots just fired, like, inside of my own body, so I couldn't actually hit anything, and I was like, well, this run doesn't really work for a video. But in theory it sounded great, in practice just didn't quite work out. Alright, and we got Polyphemus in here. Well, I guess now, considering we're gonna get one last reroll here, I think I pick up Skeleton Key. We had to know Polyphemus was gonna come, and I reroll Polyphemus. So let's reroll Polyphemus. We get Book of Belial, which we cannot take. Although, I guess, now I kind of feel like we should be able to take it, because we're not gonna have any more item rooms anyway. I mean, there is the chest, but, you know, work with me here. I'm trying to make an entertaining product. And if we come up here, we'll take Skeleton Key. So that worked out really well for us. Of course, Skeleton Key Polyphemus would be better. But this is, you know, ample compensation, I would say, regardless. So we're going to come up here. We're going to fight our bosses. We're not going to be... We wouldn't have been able to reroll anyway, so there's no, like, point in crying over spilled milk on that one. Like I said, I'm not trying to impress anybody by cheating to win Isaac challenge runs. What I am trying to do is represent the spirit of the challenge run while still... you know, making it fun for myself. So we have the Joker and Judgment. We're gonna destroy Judgment, I guess, to get some more money, potentially. Yeah, so that's gonna take us up to the next level of damage. Might be max level of damage for money equals power now. And we'll probably take the Joker, I don't know, down to the next floor. I'm not totally sure of how I want to use this. But of course, if I could get a Mom's Knife or something, we could go full glass cannon mode. I mean, 2 hearts would not be a lot, or 3 hearts would not be a lot, but 3 hearts and Mom's Knife and money equals power is probably better than 2 hearts than what I've got right now. Or who knows. Anyway, Mom's gonna die very quickly. We've at least made it this far. I think everyone probably expected that, though, because this run is not that different from a regular Isaac run. We're gonna get Squeezy. I guess we're gonna use it on the next floor. I mean, we've lost we've lost Cancer here. What I meant was we're gonna use the Joker here. I don't know if I really want to pick up the Mark, to be honest with you, but I'm gonna. Just because it's gonna give us a little extra damage, and if I'm going full glass cannon mode, I might as well commit, you know? So, let's try not to die. I'm gonna consider this run a success. If we make it to... If we beat Mom's Heart, I'll consider this run a success. And finally, we get our first non-labyrinth floor. I think we have a good chance of beating Mom's Heart. I think we have literally 0 chance of beating Isaac and Blue Baby. But I guess it's not literally 0. It'll depend on what I get from these boss rooms here. I would have had maybe a 4% chance if I got Mom's Knife or Brimstone. Sadly, that just didn't work out. If we got Polyphemus earlier, that might be even higher. But really the thing that's ended up fucking us here is the fact that we've gotten no HP upgrades, which is kind of a surprising way for this run to end. I mean, I did just give up 2 heart containers to pick up an item that's not really all that great. But I'd prefer if you didn't rub that in, please. Matchstick, we do not want. Although, finally, it'd be nice to have some bombs. Let's continue doing our exploration here. Alright, so I'm taking a terrible amount of damage. Mom's Heart is starting to seem like a pipe dream. At least, we've maxed out money equals power. I believe it maxes out at 50, so that is where we want to be. And overall, this challenge run just hasn't really worked out the way I think everyone expected it would. I expected more of those, like, Polyphemus reroll moments, I guess. And I guess I shouldn't have gotten rid of the D6 so early, because we do have one more treasure here to reroll. Cut me some slack. I'm doing the best I can with what I got. We got the bloat, okay. I take it all back. I'll consider this run a success if we manage to beat bloat, which we are not going to do. Yeah, there we go. God damn it, Mr. Rollander. I love you, but why'd you have to hurt me so bad? So as always, thank you guys for watching. This was an episode that I think was maybe, it looked better on the drawing board than it ended up coming to be in fruition. But hey, you know, that's going to happen from time to time. We'll try to bring a stellar one next time. And as always, continue suggesting your challenge runs in the comments. I usually take a look at YouTube before I do a run and pick the one that I deem most appropriate. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.